Willkommen zu einer weiteren Folge Vampyr auf meinem Kanal. Wir sind hier stehen geblieben bei den Docks im Westbezirk und sollten Mr. Hampton ausfindig machen. Den haben wir nun gefunden. Aber ich habe mir überlegt, wir machen vorher noch diese kurze Nebenmission. Suche die Diebe, die Gesell Paxton bestohlen haben. Die Mission sollte nicht allzu weit weg sein. 123 Meter und die säuft hier an der Arbeit, Alter. Die säuft. ...97 Meter. Ein Glück, dass ich hier schon alles ausgedünnt habe. Nein, fuck, ich wollte das nicht. Nein. Na gut, ein Plakat haben wir noch. Ein Plakat haben wir noch. Das... Ey, was machen die denn hier? Die doch schon alle getötet.
This could be the public house Giselle Paxton mentioned. I should investigate further.
Zack, voll auf die Fresse. Hier kann ich rein.
Giselle's stolen money.
Ah.
Pre-one hat.
Kleiner Beutel voll Geld und eine Nachricht.
Some unethical ways of financing their war.
Ich geb's dir zurück. An Geld mangelt's mir nicht. Ich geb's ihr zurück. Hier ist noch ein Mülleimer. So, hier lang. Die Brücke nach links. Ich hasse das, wenn es lädt. Oh, na gut, töte ich den auch noch. Schmiermittel, 10 Stück. Nicht übel. Ach, hier kann ich rein. Achso, das ist die Wohnung hier. Okay. Okay, okay. Wieder raus.
You again? What do you want?
Du bist sehr unfreundlich.
I've identified the men who stole from you. You were right. They were members of some self-proclaimed militia.
I knew it! Did you find the money too?
Yes, here it is. They thought they could finance their activities with it.
I never thought a man like you would be kind enough to... I misjudged you. Badly. Well, thank you, sir.
Will you give the money back to your comrades then?
Fuck those bastards who fired me. I'll give the money to Miss Gillingham. Her son Jack was a friend of mine. He was killed recently.
Okay.
I know you were friends with Miss Gillingham's son, Jack. Tell me about his death.
Jack's murder has been a shock to the neighborhood. A sign that the situation is now out of control.
Why is that?
There has always been tension between the Wet Boot Boys and members of the trade union. But a murder? That's a first.
Who killed him?
No one will ever know. One thing is certain. While Jack was alive, I had one less reason to drink.
Why does that upset you so much?
I wish I had found the time and words to tell him how important he was to me before it was too late. Another failure for Giselle Paxton.
Okay, mehr gibt's nicht.
Well,
Gut. So, und bei dir gibt's nichts Neues, oder? Auch nichts. 2 Hinweise.
goodbye,
Nein. Zurück.
goodbye.
So, jetzt gehen wir hier rein. Sean Hampton. Lass mal hier plündern. Gut es geht. Er wollte gerade sagen, wo ist denn der hin? Gefalteter Zettel. Okay, das ist der Typ von der Bar.
Why the long face, Doctor?
Sieht der hässlich aus.
It looks like we both have changed a lot. I must confess, it saddens me, Sean.
Put your faith in the Lord, Doctor. He has a plan for all of us. We may not always see it, but he does.
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Aren't you afraid of what you've become?
We are blessed, Doctor. Can't you see it? The Lord has made us able to walk amongst the plague and aid those that need it.
Do you think this is a blessing when God's own house and holy symbols repel you?
If that is your burden, Doctor, so be it. But I do not fear the cross, nor am I forced to take the life of another. My kind doesn't share your imperfections.
But you must drink blood now to survive.
No, not your scripture. Whoso eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up at the last day. So saith the Lord. I only need to eat flesh, no blood.
Why return here?
This is my home. These people are my flock. You will always find me where I am needed.
Wonders never cease. Scal managing an asylum.
Sir, meals laid out before you, yet you restrain.
And what about William Bishop? He tried to take care of you. But this hunger, this thirst, cannot be restrained.
Alas, poor William. He had a good soul, but was weak in spirit. He could not shake the thirst for booze, never mind blood. But have faith. My will is far stronger than his.
Okay, jetzt kommt der hier.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
So you claim Miss Jones' death was not by your hand, nor the other incidents at Pembroke?
Though Harriet was an angry, spiteful woman, she was one of God's creatures. I have nothing but love for all he has made.
But you were close to her.
Of course. But she was lost, separated from the fold. She did not see the hand of the divine in my blessed condition.
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank. south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
Schlüssel zur Kanalisation. Ja, ich habe Zweifel.
I will not look kindly on you if you're trying to trick me.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I'll surrender myself to your judgment.
Okay. Kann ich mit
We
dir
shall
noch
have
mal
a good
reden?
chat later, Dr. Reed. It's in the pits, where the city is darkest, the place you'll find your light. We'll have a talk when you've returned from the sewers, Dr. Reed.
Okay. Hier ist ein neuer Dialog verfügbar. Dann gehen wir halt mal hier hin. Erstmal dahin. Also muss die Kanalisation noch mal warten. Was machst du denn hier, Alter?
So much noise.
Habe ich mir ja den Weg gespart.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
You've never faced, let alone killed, a vampire, Ichabod. You're a fraud.
No, I'm not. I may embellish the truth concerning my achievements, but I'm totally dedicated to my quest.
Stop fooling yourself. You've never faced a vampire before. You wouldn't stand a chance.
Well, that's not true, sir. I've already faced one of these creatures.
Oh, really? And you're still alive.
Well, we did not actually fight. I let it go.
What do you mean?
I entered the vampire's den. The stench was terrible. I was ready to kill it. But then I saw it. Just a suffering soul like you and me. I spared her.
Tell me about the vampire you spared.
It was... She was a girl. Her body was a mess. I could see pus running from the deep wound. She was crying in pain.
You cared about her. That's what defines us as human, Ichabod.
Yes, but she was a truly evil creature. I'm haunted by the tragedies she caused ever since I spared her.
Goodbye.
Okay. Aber wenigstens kommen wir jetzt hier durch. Hä? Was machen die denn hier drin? Ich hatte die doch erst getötet, oder? Das waren das andere wieder. Mit was? Ist ja widerlich. 14.000 Punkte habe ich. Ey, ist das heftig. Ich bin viel zu geizig, die auszugeben. So, ich will die Bar finden. Gibt's bei dir auch was Neues?
Goodbye.
Edwina Cox, gibt's bei dir was Neues?
Hello.
Goodbye.
So, die Bar, die war hier drüben, ja. Der da.
There's gotta be... What?
Is it true Sean Hampton saved your life?
Yep. The sad saint grabbed my soggy ass and brought me back to the pier after I fell into the canal. I was a wreck back then.
Your story is a sad one, Mr. Delaney.
Sean Hampton really acted like a saint that day. But I suppose I'm just another lost soul who doesn't deserve to be saved.
Goodbye.
Okay, jetzt bis nach oben hier. Den hier müssen wir entfernen. So. Diese Richtung. Einmal Loot. Ups. 20. War da nochmal Loot? Nö. Muss ich ausnutzen, solange die Gegner nicht hier sind. Gut, das ging jetzt aber schnell. Ich bin ja schon hier.
Look lively!
Falsche Seite. So, bei wem war das jetzt noch? Also Swansea auf jeden Fall. Lady Ashbury, okay. Wo ist die Lady? Ja.
How are you this evening, Jonathan?
The scowl that escaped from the hospital is eluding me. He must be caught.
Scowls are a risk to the balance we maintain. It needs to be stopped.
The head of the guard of Prewan stopped by to see Dr. Swansea.
You have nothing to fear. The guard would not risk openly challenging the Brotherhood. Even they are not that foolish.
Now that the hunters are aware of my presence, they could discover your whereabouts too.
Don't worry. I've evaded those jackals in the past, and I shall do so in the future. And besides, who would ever suspect the kind Samaritan Lady Ashbury?
I noticed there was no love lost between the Brotherhood and the Guard.
They share the same fascination in our species, but they diverge from any commonality in thought. Talk to Dr. Swansea if you wish to know more.
When we were at the funeral, I had a feeling. I think I met my maker.
You do not have to tell me if you don't wish to.
Should I not?
In most circumstances, a vampire would not discuss his maker. There is a strong bond that exists between a maker and their progeny.
There is almost nothing to say. He appeared in a gush of blood, prattled off some riddles, and vanished without even telling me his name.
Be on guard, Jonathan. Whoever your maker is, he's obviously as powerful as he is elusive.
You certainly hate skulls.
No, not hate. I pity them. Damaged and broken for eternity. Can you imagine, Jonathan? Can you imagine what they must be suffering?
I would not have labeled them all the same. I've met some that are quite clever, in fact. Much like people.
I am sorry. You should know Skal is derived from slave. Vampires have never looked kindly on their lesser progeny.
Do you think they can be trusted?
They are weaker than us in every sense. From their abilities to being able to control their hunger. There is a savagery in them.
Okay, das war
Goodbye for
Lady
now,
Ashbury. So, dann noch einmal zu Dr. Swansea, der sich oben befindet. Da lang. Hallo, Doktor.
Have you got any news about Sean Hampton?
I'm still investigating. In the meantime, I have some questions.
All right, just ask.
Tell me, Edgar, have you ever heard about a vampire made of blood? I mean, without any physical form, but a shape of blood.
What are you talking about? Have you seen such a phenomenon yourself?
No. I was just daydreaming. Since blood seems to be the key of our existence, I imagined what could be the ultimate state of a vampire.
I see. Well, too bad you didn't see such a creature. It could have been a fascinating subject of observation.
Feindschaft mit der Wache.
What is the antagonism between your Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole and the Guard of Priwen?
It is an old and sad story, Jonathan. Schism.
Who betrayed who?
I suppose each side would tell you the fault lies with the other. This I know for sure. A long time ago, members of the Brotherhood chose to hunt down vampires.
How many are you in the Brotherhood?
You mean today? Not many. A dozen, perhaps even less since the war. We are scholars, Jonathan. We favor quality to quantity.
Tell me, Edgar, how did you meet Lady Ashbury?
I met her 9 years ago. I was working in Scotland at the time in a sanatorium the good lady visited from time to time. She subsequently offered me a position here, at the Pembroke Hospital.
Why offer you this position?
I'd already been experimenting with blood-borne diseases and transfusion methods. Without success, I'm afraid. How could I refuse such a fascinating creature? So, in 1911, I took charge of the Pembroke.
Okay.
Pembroke Hospital. Why that name?
I'm not quite sure. I think it's meant to refer to the Earl of Pembroke. Perhaps it's someone she used to know?
Gut, mehr
Tell me,
gibt's
Edgar,
nicht.
have you ever heard about a vampire made of blood? I mean, without any physical form, but a shape of blood.
Gut. Jetzt geht's in die Kanalisation. Sollte ich vorher mal schlafen gehen oder eher nicht? Eigentlich wollte ich die Punkte sparen erstmal. Bis ich die Bandstufe 3 erreiche und dann alle aussaugen kann. Bis auf ein paar wenige. Na, ich spare die nochmal. Wir machen das einfach später. Wir machen das später. Okay, hier runter. Bezirk stabil. Nicht mehr lange auf jeden Fall. Das Chenin. Prima. So, jetzt sind wir hier. Hier hinten übers Boot springen und dann komme ich dahin, wo ich hin will. In diese Richtung. Hier muss ich runter, glaube ich. Ja. Genau. So, das Tor ist noch geöffnet, das ist gut. Okay, alles geradeaus, diese Richtung. Vielleicht hier durch. Wohl eher nicht, oder? Ach so, die Kanalisation, das war aber hier unten. Stimmt. Ja. Stimmt, hier ist die Tür irgendwo. Sind die schon wieder hier? Alter. Da hatte ich keine Ausdauer mehr. Zugang zur Kanalisation, meine Freunde. Kanalisation, okay.
It's locked, all right.
Verschlossen.
That doesn't work.
Hm.
So that's it. These wheels control the water level.
Kann ich das jetzt auch machen?
That doesn't work.
So, jetzt komme ich... Aha. Gut. Was ist das hier? Schilling, 5. Hier alles erkunden, dass wir hier irgendetwas verpassen. Jetzt runter zu dieser Seite. Ach, da kann ich schon lang, okay. Ich verstehe. Ich verstehe. Kann ich das auch bedienen? Hier geht's nicht rein, oder? So. Da kann ich nicht hoch.
shut properly now.
Und nun? Das Tor sollte jetzt schließen. Ah. Alter. Oh Mensch. Und was war da drinnen? Will ich hier weiterlaufen? Bestimmt wieder so ein Werwolf hier drinnen. Blut, Blut, Blut. Alter.
I cannot enter.
Was ist jetzt? Ha, der Hulk.
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again. The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally, a touch of lucidity.
Oh oh.
Learn to respect
Oh,
the
oh.
laws of Ascalon.
Lass mich, lass mich. Alter. Bosskampf bei Prince of Best, liebe Leute. Wir ziehen gegen Regal in den Kampf.
Brittle bones, newborn.
Alter.
Once you vanished, I'll slaughter these scalds while singing your name.
Oh oh. Puh. Lass mich.
I shall tear them apart and spill my blood to the pit.
Habe ich ihn tot? Das war ja easy. Das war easy. Und da geht's wahrscheinlich raus, oder? Ja, da geht's raus. Und hier ist zu. Okay, einmal, ups, Heilung benötigt.
At least one Skal escaped Fergal's wrath. The poor creature is bleeding to death.
Alter. Da kann ich hoch teleportieren.
How could he have made it this far? There's blood everywhere.
Gehen wir erstmal geradeaus. War das hier, wo ich porten konnte? Ja. Okay, hier ist Sackgasse. Was war hier? Bleistab.
Safe we are, still. Drink now.
Bless you, Bridget.
This isn't the blood of a vampire, but it will quench your thirst.
Alter. Alter.
This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, Vampire. But thank you.
I believe he wanted me to find you. Who are you?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Ekon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon. But I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
Why was that creature after you?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves if they had their way.
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Ekon or a Skal.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of immortals. Blood drives them, enrages them.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
Okay.
So was it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
Sean is a skull. All those I've encountered have been violent, crazed creatures. How can he be any different?
Maybe because he is the sad saint. Or perhaps because I am old Bridget of the Sewer Skulls.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you. She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
Okay. Kann ich mit dir... Nö. Alter, 8. Ich kann ich auch nie aussaugen.
Keep your distance, Echo. Keep your distance, Echo. Keep your distance, Echo. We're at your mercy. Will you end us? We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
Nein.
Oh, Bridget allowed me to wander above some years back. It was unpleasant. Oh, Bridget allowed me to wander above some years back.
Die faseln immer wieder das Gleiche.
Unpleasant.
Und wie viele hier sind.
We're at your mercy. Will you end us? Your place is not here.
Alter.
Your smell is enticing. So sweet of blood.
Ist auch noch jemand? Mäuse gibt's auch hier? Ich nehme deine Nahrung weg.
Despicable.
How is London? I've not seen beyond these walls in such a long time.
Die reden gar nicht mit mir. Was? Ich kann hier schlafen hier drinnen? Unterschlupf. Ein Unterschlupf. Nice. Was ist das hier? Gewöhnliche Keule. Da sind auch noch welche. Mal sehen, was die sagen.
Old Bridget says you are one to trust. Old Bridget says you are one to trust.
Was ist mit dir?
Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master. We're at your mercy. Will you end us? Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master.
Aber irgendwo soll doch hier noch einer sein. Ein Zimmer. Wie geht's dann noch weiter?
We're at your mercy. Will you end us? The vampire hunters. We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
Ich will das Geld haben.
as you are one to trust. Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master.
Das Zimmer. Harriet. Kräftige Blutprobe.
Hello, Harriet. You recognize me?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor. So full of secrets.
I've so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
How do you feel?
I can't see. I can't move. My body's burning. I feel as if I'm dying over and over again.
Have you tried to eat or drink something?
People here tried to feed me, but I'm just not hungry. I don't have the...
The pain ever stop?
It is not pain I feel. It's like I can't stop feeling every inch of my body. But at the same time, each muscle and bone is the wrong place.
Was die für einen dicken Arm hat, Alter. Schaut euch das mal an. Die gibt der nächste Hulk.
Your room. The blood. What brought you to fake your death in such a gruesome fashion?
To see if I would be mourned.
Why flee with Sean Hampton?
Oh, it's always a pleasure to see a saint fall to sin. But the coward still won't kill.
Do you take pleasure in causing so much pain and sorrow?
Nobody gave a damn about me. Not a tear shed. Poor Harriet. Always the discarded.
Why did you come here?
And why not? This is where I live now. Leave me be.
Will you respect old Bridget's wishes? Will you obey her?
Bridget is kind. She only needs to keep me fed and I'll be good.
So you desire to stay here?
Yes, I'm with my own kind. Birds of a feather, so to speak. Poor Harriet. Always alone.
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
We are not dead, Harriet. Death no longer pertains to us. We are different.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it, brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
You sought vengeance by your own hand, and someone else obliged you. Very convenient. Don't lie to me.
I don't lie. I saw him near the docks, and rightly I wished him dead. And I am happy he is. It's true. But I didn't kill him. I was too tired.
Who was that man? The one murdered in the street.
He used to be my landlord. I lived here for many years before falling ill. Oh, he was an awful man. Disgusting and cruel. So cruel.
Shadows? Tell me what you saw.
The shadows, they heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness. Quick, deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me, and now it is silent, but it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was nothing it didn't already know. Oh, I'm tired now. Let me rest.
Stufe 3.
No more words. Please.
Oh,
Have you found the answers you were looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us. Spend time with us. And I may be willing to answer more questions.
Why do you live here? Amongst filth and vermin?
Live. Here we hide.
What are you hiding from?
From the guilt, the shame, from the hunters and the light. And of course, our past.
Why don't you leave the city? Hide somewhere far from the Guard of Priwen. The Ascalon Club.
We are the Sewer Skulls. This is our domain. We have run as far as we can, and now we hide.
Your diction, your words. You do not carry yourself like most Skulls I've encountered.
True. I'm not like most Skulls.
You were once someone else. What happened to you?
It is as sad as it is long, young Ekon, but it will remain mine.
Can I be of service to you?
We ask but one thing. Reveal to no one our secrets. Do not betray us.
okay. Nicht verraten.
For how long have you been in hiding here?
Skulls have been hiding under London since vampires first entered the city.
Where did you hide before the sewers?
We claimed ancient tunnels, forgotten caverns, catacombs. We are skulls, groveling beneath the feet of our makers.
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she is a skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a skull, in fact, in your honest opinion?
The progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us. I cannot say.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Hampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Ekon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter. Just follow the arrows.
Okay.
Thank you, old Brit.
We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
Okay, sie sagen immer noch das Gleiche. Pfeile waren doch hier hinten. Ja, da. Dann da, ja, genau. Dann bin ich hier nicht mehr weiter.
It's locked, all right.
Ah. Hä? Wo komme ich denn jetzt hin? Ah, ich kann dann auch mal schauen, ob ich hier meine Waffe nochmal verbessern kann. Ich glaube, ich hatte ja irgendein Teil gefunden gehabt. Bin mir nicht sicher. Wo sind wir? Jetzt sind wir hier. So lange muss das laden, damit ich hier aus dieser Tür rauskomme. Alter.
It's locked.
Verschlossen. Was machen die hier?
Welcome back, Dr. Reed. Would you like to take communion with me now?
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
It is the... Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
You make no distinction between the living and the Skulls, do you?
We are God's children, Dr. Reed. One and all. And he's determined to save us.
What will be the result if you continue to assist both Skulls and the living?
For the last decade, that's what's been happening. And they found a better life. What's to change?
You're forgetting the epidemic. Things can go south very quickly. I've seen it.
Oh, these are terrible times. Only those pure of heart shall prevail.
You've turned Skull now. Don't you see the danger to anyone giving you their trust?
We are all sinners, awaiting salvation. This is a simple truth, ordained by the Lord Almighty. I am a seeker of his glorious light.
Does this place belong to you? How can you be so certain you can keep it open?
This warehouse was once property of the Dawson family, but has been bequeathed me through donation.
The Dawsons? The wealthiest family in London? Have they a clue as to what goes on here?
Not at all. The donation was made before the war. The building was run down. I never met Aloysius Dawson myself.
So you have the run of the place and no one's taken notice?
As long as we keep to ourselves, we interest no one. This is a haven, and I pray it remains so for eons to come.
Harriet, Miss Jones has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Who is this old Bridget?
I don't know, Doctor. She rarely speaks of her past, but I know she has a long one. She's likely the oldest soul in the city.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger Scals, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of His divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
I will strive to emulate your merciful nature, Sean, but it's a difficult pledge to make.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges. You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. Take, eat. This is my body. So saith the Lord.
Aussaugen.
I really would like to believe your fairy tale. The good ghoul feeding upon the flesh of the dead. But I'm all out of innocence.
Do you question my faith, Dr. Reed?
Do you remember William? Oh, how his admiration for you was exceeded only by his hunger.
May his soul rest in peace.
A night will come, and you will suffer the same hunger. Someone who trusts you completely, a friend, will die never to wake.
You confuse your voracious appetite with my itchy hunger. I would never kill a friend, nor an innocent.
I believe you've discovered our defining difference.
No! No! I did!
Oh je. Welches Ende das Spiel wohl bekommen wird. Das hat sich so falsch angefühlt. $6.000 Punkte bekommen. Oje, oje, oje. Schilling. Wässrige Blutprobe. Gut, jetzt habe ich Bannstufe 3, oder? Bannstufe 3. Yes. Gut. Dann kann ich jetzt langsam anfangen, die Bürger auszusaugen. Aber der Tod, das Aussaugen von Hemden, das ist mir schwer gefallen. Also ich glaube, er hat doch noch irgendetwas Gutes gehabt. So verkehrt war der nicht.
The vampire hunters will never find us.
Na gut, liebe Leute, an dieser Stelle beenden wir die Folge. Die geht diesmal schon mega lang. Ich bedanke mich fürs Zusehen. Wenn euch die Folge gefallen hat, dann lasst bitte einen Daumen nach oben da. Ansonsten gerne auch einen Daumen nach unten. Ich bedanke mich, euer Prinz. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Auf Wiedersehen und tschüss.